Hi, hello, and welcome to the Councilorship. My name is Serene Priestess Abossi. This is brought to you by Vertex of Abundance. Why don't we go ahead and get in and fit in and see where we are here. This is hopefully going to be a quick one because I'm on my way out the door for a run, and Spirit was like, listen, go ahead and handle up. So I've been sitting with this energy of understanding why we receive kind of, like enemies or haterade or whatever. And my mind would always think about like, why aren't we unbothered? Like, why are we sitting here being whatever, what have you? And to be honest, like, it's lessons. It's part of the karma. A lot of times people get judged through us, how they treat us, and we get taught through our enemies. So the universe uses our enemies, source, divinity, divine. The divine uses our enemies to teach us, to give us a leg up. And the divine uses us to judge our enemies because, one chosen person is worth 1,000 people on their awakening, ascending journey. If you look at a chosen, this is one perspective, there are many. If you look at a person who's chosen, they've done all their lessons, so they didn't pay an admission to be here upon the earth. They're here on assignment. We're here on assignment. Okay, we didn't pay admission to be here in the universe, united in one song, universe. We did something else. Mostly, we came here as a light worker. So we have this Ace of Cups, Undinari, Fante di Bastioni, Princess of Cups, Sette di Bastioni, Princess of Wands, Seven of Wands, and Il Matto, the Fool. Yeah, so we are breaking out, breaking free in some kind of way. Whenever there's a Fool and a Seven, it does mean that. Here it talks about our energy, our vitality. Also talks about with the Sette di Bastioni e Principessa, the Infanta, the Princess of Wands and the Seven of Wands. It means that we are being protected through battle. And it might be known, unknown. It can be hidden or we can be foolish to it. With the full card, that's Brahma. So we might be a heavenly being, a divine being. We might be Manispura, which means we are primordial origination of the soul, meaning we're older than 13,500 years. We might have been born from the mind of God. I am getting Pallas Athena energy right now, another mind born. And it doesn't always mean, perdón, it doesn't always mean, it doesn't always mean that immaculate conception. It can mean that we're on like a priestly life. It can mean that we're in some kind of Brahmanical energy. Perdón. It doesn't always mean that we were like immaculate conception. It could mean la ermitía with il manto and la principessa. The infanta bastione means like we're on a journey in this life of getting our Brahmanical lineage, understanding the root of our soul incarnation, our north node, our purpose. Okay, and then somebody is objectifying us. I'm getting they don't actually care about what's alive inside. They don't want to, cherish us, treasure us. They want to covet us, desire us. And when we push it back, sing it back, send it back, when we decline times nine, perdón, I moved the mic. They're disappointed in some kind of way, and the situation is going to evolve into. So they need to break out, break free, burst some kind of bubble, get off some stupid ish, whatever that is, whatever that looks like. But the situation progresses to disappointment, so they need to maybe have some grief or remorse, maybe mourn a little bit, maybe burst a bubble of some kind, because the way they're navigating, negotiating, the way they're trying to open up the road, open up the gate towards us to come at us, it's not the way. I think they expect us because of how we are, what we're about. They expect to have access to us that they don't. And they're quarantined in some kind of way because this needs to be triaged. So this would talk about spiritual intervention. It turns them into somebody undesirable. If they continue the way they continue, what's going to happen is they're going to get a rank decrease, a decrease in rank, and that's a confirmation. So we're high ranking. We're a Brahmin. With the Illuminate, the Fool, Rey de Copa here, the King of Cups. It means that we're a Brahmin, we're Brahmanical, and we're a Brahmin. I'm hearing the number 999, which means we're a very high-ranking high priest. And priest talks about the more kind of structured way of the path. A priestess would talk about more of the community, the sisterhood. Another delineation, differentiation would be the Brahmanical could be the mental, and or a priest might be somebody that presides over, and a priestess would be somebody that hosts the actual divinity. So that is what I'm getting, that spirit is trying to come into our physical form, inhabit, mount, ride our physical form. And there needs to be some boundaries around this. So now we have a double 5, which means there was kind of chaos, conundrum, conflict, competition, contestation, even a contest of some kind. Somebody wants access to our spiritual endowment, our celestial endowment, our spiritual inheritance. They may or may not know that. They may have access to our business, our work, our home, our family lineage. They may be a family member, but I'm not getting that because somebody finds us sexy or somebody wants some kind of energy, effort, action, attention from us, and they're not getting it. They do look at us as somebody who has some kind of divine spark that they should be mentoring, that they should be taking the lead. Okay, maybe that's true. Maybe you have some kind of tie to us and you want to, manage your people, manage your flock, manage your tribe, keep it clean, keep it on and popping. So you might say, hey, here's a tactic, here's a strategy, here's what I did, here's what worked for me. But also before you get to that space, that point, you might want to say like, hey kiddo, I see you doing this. Do you mind if I give you my opinion? Or hey, sweetie, honey, darling, I see you doing all that. I just need to ask you if you're making an informed decision. Can I make some observations? Honey, I want to support you with what you're doing, but I actually don't know your intention. Would you mind sharing that with me? I don't know your motivations, your drive, desires, what your ambition is, what you want the outcome to look like. How can I assist you, help you, even if it's just holding space? Maybe I'd like to know what your intention is so I can kind of hold the ground and leave you alone to do that, how best to support you versus immediately instructing, informing, enumerating, elucidating. It's more of like if somebody doesn't ask you to help, in fact, you're not helping, you're hurting. Believe it or not, if it is not helpful, it's harmful. And sometimes all you need to do to cross the bridge from from harmful to helpful is ask about intention, clarify intention, ask if support is needed and desired to be given. Okay, because if you haven't been asked to help, you're not helping, you're actually interfering. And that's just what's up. Because we're sitting in our own divinity. So we are actually isolated and we have 21 cups here. So we're really it's 22 cups here. So we have the whole 9. We have and this is 9 cups. We have the whole 9 in our hand, we have the whole 9 in our hand. Look at that. The whole 9 in our hand. And this person wants to come in and la-di-da and yada-yada. Because they're very like, if I had your la-di-da, I would do yada-yada. And it's not always a bad, a negative, but it's kind of like, we're sitting here focusing on like the spiritual energy. Like we're getting in the groove with, our subtle energy, our spiritual energy, our soul, and they're looking at our body, they're looking at our money, they're looking at our life, they're looking at our reputation. And so it's not matching. It's not, it's a clash because again, we're not on the same page. This whole don't care. Yeah. So it's almost like they feel justified in some kind of way because they want to take action upon us. And they're feeling either things are lukewarm, tepid, placid, they're feeling rejected, or they're feeling bored. But that's just the thing. Who gets bored about another person's life? Their life might not work for you, but that's their life. I don't understand. I don't understand. I don't understand. Why do you feel the need to lower? Even if it's your own child, like I said before, to clarify intention. Why? Because parents will let a child do anything they want to do except be their authentic self. Parents always want to avoid pain for the child, and that's just the thing. You're not able to um, prevent other people from having experiences. What you say is like, this path might lead to pain. I need you to be making an informed decision. That's different. I need to see you I need to know that you're making an informed decision. And so that's the thing. There's a better policy, procedure, protocol. There's a better way to collaborate, co-create, cooperate together. And it's leaving us in a place of suffering. And honestly, this energy is going to go back to the other person. We're getting ready to walk away from this all the same. So if this person cannot place a thing, if this energy, entity, ideology can't resolve itself, reconcile itself, we're going to be moving on, because we are going to have a successful future, period, point blank, in the story. We're not asking permission in the story. And we actually have a new destiny upon us. So again, and it's a new victorious destiny. So we have a covetous position. And I actually do think an elite status, I actually do think this other person, place, or thing knows it in some way, or they're envisioning us being in some kind of similar position. Something very favorable in terms of a status. So they want us to get there, but we're gonna get there, but in our own way. And the dialogue hasn't been put out there. This Eight of Cups here. So we're maturing with the Eight of Cups. We're also going to higher ground. We're leaving some things behind. So we're leaving behind the suffering. To hold on to these relationships, the services, attachment, we need to be operating at a disadvantage. So that means we're going to let it go. And we do break free in some kind of way here. We have the Five of Swords with the Fool cards. Because again, like I said, we're a golden goose, not in this reading, but we're a golden goose. Somebody here may be Torino, a Taurus moon, Capricorn moon, Virgo moon. So this side is very materialistic, and on our side, we're very spiritual. And just because I'm saying the word materialistic doesn't mean they're all about that cash money dollar bills. They may only go off sight. They may be too, actual, factual, logical, rational. They may not have no rhyme or reason in terms of intuition. They may only be able to be guided. They may be guided by sight, not by faith. They may not take risks. They may be a person that goes and gets an engineering or a business or a law or a medical degree, and they don't go to art school. And that's totally fine. That works for you. This is me. This is my life. And you may be fearful about what the outcome in my life is going to be. I don't actually particularly care if you're not even asking me what I want. If you're not connecting with me, if I want your life, I'll do what you do. And I only follow advice from people that have received the results in the area, the arena where I'm soliciting their advice. Okay, so Seven of Swords, Queen of Cups. So this person's living vicariously through us. They're cloaking themselves in our energy, and they're getting cast out, which is why we're having friction with them, because they need an opening to a love ascended being or an authentic heart. And we actually need to recognize that we're being exploited in some way. This person needs to access our energy because we are the portal into the divine. They're being left to their own devices, which might not be enough to go to the next place or space or whatever, or what have you. They might not be able to ascend anymore without our energy. Yeah, so there's illusions. We don't have everything, and they're not going to let go. I'm not seeing it get really nasty or dogged here. But we will be getting clear on everything. Seven of Swords, Queen of Cups means that if we just stick it up, yeah. So this person's a friend of me. They have an agenda, and they're actually acting a little bit shady. So we just need to go cold. Knight of Swords. We do need to go cold. Chariot, Knight of Swords. Yeah, yeah, because this person's toxic. Yeah, so this person is lacking in self-love. They're not a love ascended being. They have a lot of orchestrations, machinations, even if it's just with the spiritual world, meaning attachments. and they're in a cycle where they need to latch attached to other people. Nine of Swords also means that we have some kind of something leeching us dry. It can be an incubus, succubus, vampire, some kind of demon in some kind of way. It can also be spiritual attack in some kind of way. Somebody is trying to pressure us into something. They're trying to back us into a corner. And the thing is I'm also detecting that if it doesn't work, it's going to go back on the person and they can't actually. So we have rose-colored glasses. This is designed to wake us up. We also have the Five of Swords, so we're being too innocent, naive. We're dealing with a jealous-ass toxic hole, and it's clear as day to everybody but us. So the tower's going to fall because we're not willing to get with the program. Okay, that's what I'm getting. It's been an honor and a pleasure to serve you. Thank you for allowing me the privilege to do so. Again, my name is Serene Priestess Abossi. I was your oracle today. Vertex of Abundance is a sacred news channel, or Galactic Temple of Ascension, a sacred news channel delivering messages from behind the veil. We deliberated the findings today from Aleister Crowley's Thoth Tarot, illustrated by Lady Frida Harris, and we imposed the guidance by the Connected and Protected Oracle. Okay. And again, if anything I said resonates deeply with you, go ahead and like, comment, share, subscribe. We at Vertex of Abundance are where we have other big options. So thank you for making us one of yours. If anything that, again, was said, go ahead and like, comment, share, subscribe, leave a review, book a session, send a donation. Until we meet again, until we read again, namaste, dandavat, and sayonara, das vidanya, avida arrivederci, adios, ciao.